Arsenal handed transfer boost for signing Swedish international Victor Gyokeres. Chelsea are now incredibly interested in signing Ollie Watkins. And for me, that is the sort of signing that takes Chelsea back to the very, very top. Fulham have had a bid rejected for Emil Smith Rowe, are expected to go in for a second bid. And Liverpool are linked with a new defender from RB Leipzig. We've got so much to get into. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you go down, hit that subscribe button. We are less than 200 subscribers away from 10,000, and 80% of everyone who's watched this channel this month is not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Welcome back to the transfer show, where we talk about all the latest transfers in the Premier League and around Europe. And we're going to start off with Victor Gyokeres. Now, this transfer for me, we've spoken about it a lot on this channel. We've spoken about it on the Football Terrace, on Football's 12th Man. We've spoken about it on Twitter. Victor Gyokeres is on Arsenal's radar. He's been on Arsenal's radar for a number of months. He's had a very good season with Sporting, getting 58 goal contributions in 50 games. He's done it in the Championship. He's played in the Premier League with Brighton. But now there seems to be traction that Arsenal, Calafiori deal, it's pending, it's dragging out. I understand people's frustration. The deal will get done. It's just taking longer than expected. And then you look at, well, once Calafiori's done, they need to bring in a forward. Now, is that going to be a wide player, or is that going to be a number 9? Now, there's reports flying around left, right, and center. The standard for me, and normally my go-to source when it comes to transfer news, and they are reporting today that Arsenal have been handed a big boost in pursuit of Victor Gyokeres. Sporting CP star Victor Gyokeres is perhaps a standout name linked with a move to Arsenal this summer as they bid to bolster their attacking options. Thus far, the Gunners are yet to formalise their apparent interest, but could have been handed a huge transfer boost. According to Tuto Murta Web, or Murto Web, I think that's pronounced, Napoli have ruled themselves out. Now, Arsenal are the only concrete link I've really seen in terms of their interest for Gyokeres. Chelsea are interested in Julian Alvarez. Ollie Watkins is now a name that's been brought up. Manchester United are interested in Ivan Toney. They've also got Joshua Zirkzee. Tottenham are never going to pay that amount of money for Victor Gyokeres. Real Madrid have just got Mbappe. Barcelona are prioritising Nico Williams. Bayern Munich have already got Elise, Harry Kane, Kingsley Coman. They've already got options. Inter Milan are not going to sell because they've already got Martinez. Napoli have got, the likes of Victor Osimhen. So it only really leaves Arsenal that are the out-and-out potential option that, he could go and play for. I don't necessarily know if the transfer will happen. I have said on a number of occasions, I don't think that Victor Gyokeres, I think some of the hype is a little bit over the top, but I understand that, at this level, Arsenal need one or two players to win the Premier League, in my opinion. Does a Victor Gyokeres come in to Arsenal and win them the Premier League? Probably. But they also need a DM, and they also need someone who can play out wide, for me personally. As great as Victor Gyokeres' goal record is, I'm not so sure personally if he's worth the £90 million that people are suggesting the fee is. Now, Arsenal, of course, Emil Smith Rowe's being linked to the move away. Eddie Nketiah's being linked to the move away. Reece Nelson. So they can easily, if they sell those 3 players, have the money on their FFP to go out and break their, transfer, break a budget of 200 million again. But, as it stands right now, I don't know if 1,000,000% he will be an Arsenal player. I think there's more chance Arsenal bringing a wide player. They've been linked to Rafinha. They've been to Nico Williams. But then again, who knows? Arsenal are they're at a point now where they need 2 players to win the Premier League title. Now, those 2 players have got to strengthen their first 11, not coming in for squad depth. Does Victor Gyokeres strengthen their 11? Yes, he does. Absolutely. But it's still 80, 90 million pounds on a centre forward. Now, a bit of news coming out regarding Emil Smith Rowe. Fulham's had an initial bid for Emil Smith Rowe rejected. Emil Smith Rowe apparently wants first team football. Fulham had initial bid rejected for Emil Smith Rowe, now considering a return with a new proposal to Arsenal. He's considered one of the main targets, with Fulham prepared to invest part of their budget they got from the Paolini deal, but it depends on Arsenal. Now, various reports coming out that Smith Rowe also has been linked to move to Crystal Palace. You know, Smith Rowe, I think, has got 2 years left on his current deal. For Arsenal, this could be brilliant business. You know, traditionally, Arsenal aren't the best selling football club out there. Their record signings in terms, their record sales are, I believe, Oxlade Chamberlain and I believe Iwobi. Now he's got 2 years left on his current deal, which expires June 30th, 2026. His last contract extension was back in 2021. His agent is Jordan Wise, who hasn't really been very vocal on the deal. He's got 2 years left. He's valued at 22 million euros. It hasn't really been part of Arteta's plans the last year or so. I know Arsenal fans love him, but for me, he's a little bit overrated. He's got 18 goals and 13 assists in 115 games. He went out on loan to Leipzig. He went out on loan to Huddersfield Town. You know, he's had 3 appearances in an England shirt since 2021. Has kind of fallen out of favour. For Arsenal, however, if they can get, you know, a 25, a 30 million pound Sal, that will go against their FFP because he is an Arsenal Academy graduate. Then you've also got to think as well, he's got 22 GA and 80 games in the Premier League. That's not bad, to be fair. It's not horrendous, but it's not bad. Then if Fulham come back in, I think it'd be a good signing for Fulham. I don't think he's an Arsenal level player. I think Arsenal are holding on to him purely because he's an academy homegrown player. But you know, I think it's time for Smith Rowe and Arsenal for him to move on. As great as you know he has been in certain games, I don't feel that he is at the level consistently. I think when he's on his day, he's very, very good, but it's getting him on his day. However, you know, the likes of Crystal Palace, the likes of Fulham may get more out, less pressure, more space in behind. You're not playing against low blocks every single week. You know, and for Arsenal, you know, put some of that money back into the team. 100% goes against their FFP. So I think it's good business. Now, Chelsea are being linked with a move for Aston Villa striker Ollie Watkins. And Ollie Watkins had a good Euros. He scored the winner against the Netherlands. The report coming out from the Standard says Chelsea prepare shock Ollie Watkins bid. Ollie Watkins did his reputation no harm at Euro 2024, capping off a brilliant season at the Premier League level with a stunning late goal against the Netherlands to send England through to the final. Now it seems Chelsea could look to bring in the former Brentford striker back to West London. Football Insider claimed the Blues are ready to offer Aston Villa some of their players as well as cash for the forward. Now, Ollie Watkins, for me, one of the best all-round strikers in the Premier League right now. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. He's a fantastic goal scorer. You know, he's a good creative spark as well. He had a great season last year. When you look at how Aston Villa got on, he played, you know, close to 50 games, I believe, last season, and was very, very good for Aston Villa. He got, you know, 19 goals and 13 assists in the league. The season before that, he got 15 goals in the league. He also got 5 goals in the Conference League. He played 53 games and got 40 GA, which is a very, very, very good return. 3 goals in the Conference League qualification stage, 5 goals in the Conference League, 19 goals and 13 assists. His record is absolutely ridiculous last season. I think no one got more GA in the Premier League than Ollie Watkins. You know, the report comes out and says, Chelsea prepare shock Ollie Watkins bid. You know, they could offer players and cash. What players potentially could be put on the table? You look at these numbers. This is the sort of player that you know, when I talk about Chelsea's pathway, to getting back to, to the Champions League and getting back to competing to the Premier League. This is the sort of signing they need to make. As great as Cole Palmer has been, he can't do it on his own every single season. And for me, this would be a great bit of business for Chelsea. So it's going to be interesting if they can put two players on the table alongside a 50, 60 million pound bid. I think Villa will have to look at that honestly, because, Ollie Watkins is what, 28? As valuable as he is, could they potentially reinvest that? Who knows? But for Chelsea, it's about understanding the style of play under Enzo Maresca, getting the right players in to fit the system. And I believe Ollie Watkins would be a fantastic addition in that number 9 role. You then got the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Nkunku, Cole Palmer, Sterling. You then got plenty of goals in and around that Chelsea side. Let me know your thoughts down below. Will he be a Chelsea player? Now, Liverpool are interested in Mo Simakan. Now, Liverpool have got a relatively good relationship when it comes to RB Leipzig. Obviously, they brought through Naby Keita a few years ago. Liverpool appear keen to strengthen at centre-back this summer as Arne Slot looks to stamp his authority on the squad for the first season in charge. While Euro has been linked, Fabrizio Romano claims the Reds are actually eyeing up a move for RB Leipzig star Mo Simakan. It's a rumour we have today from Germany. What I can tell you is Liverpool people in charge, people at the board at Liverpool have been tracking and know very well Mo Simakan. He told Court of Side Now, I believe he's a French defender who can play right back and centre back. Been at Leipzig now, I think, a few years. It's about, for me, his main position is centre back, but he can play right back. He's got 3 years left in his current deal. His last contract extension was on the 6th of December 2022. He's played 120 games at Leipzig, 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 GA. Then before that, he was at Strasbourg. And I believe he come through Strasbourg's academy. He's got Champions League experience. He's got Bundesliga, 84 games in a Bundesliga shirt. For me, Liverpool are linked with the likes of Simakan and they're linked with the likes of Gahey. Both of these signings for me, would be great additions for Liverpool going forward. I do think they need more depth at centre-back. They've got Quansah, they've got Van Dijk, they've got Konate. But I do think they need one more. Let me know your thoughts down below on Mo Simakan. Will he be a Liverpool player in the near future? Let me know down below. Or are Liverpool better off going for Mark Gahey? Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you all for watching. I'm out.